I hate, there's so much that goes going on because I've never had a father die on me like this. And he was in the coffin laying, pretending to be dead, like for real, cold and shit.
Oh man.
I love you. I keep telling, since he passed, I've had such a close relationship with him since because obviously I'll be pissed. That's normal. But that's just superficial because he's not even here. I mean, you know what I'm actually pissed at? I'm pissed at the fact that I can't be pissed anymore.
Oh, there you go. That's funny.
he deprived me of this because anger is a very it's a charging emotion. It charges me because I am angry in a very as productive as anger can be. I think I have the most productive type because I'm angry with a purpose. I don't mean people means. I don't mean bad to people. My anger is to get them better, to get them to come back to me.
Energizing.
Yeah, and I'm furious, and I love him. I say, just because I'm saying shit to you doesn't mean, of course I love you. It's just you're pissing me off. And I understand, and by the way, the way the energies are, the way I'm reading all this stuff, all the old stuff, the old people, when you're angry at someone, it's like, they say, it's like drinking a poison, expecting the other person to die. And that's being upset, holding a grudge, cursing someone, or even at someone. That's a big time situation. We better know what we're doing because we are pulling their bad karma on us.
Yeah.
Once I heard that, my dear, I gotta tell you something. I have people who teach me. I mean, I gotta get smartened up. There's a guy who I actually bought $1,000 meeting, like face to face, and it cost me $1,000. He's this guru from Russia, Oleg Torsunov. He's quite known, not super famous, but he's known in the circles of the Hindu teachings. He does Vedas, Vedic teachings. Great guy, super humble. Like I'm talking, I'm feeling him. And I spent 2 hours. I recorded. He goes, yeah, record away. Talk to me. And I started messing with the guy. I said, you don't love your wife either. He goes, you see well.
You nailed it.
He goes, bring it. Keep talking shit to me, keep it. And I'm like, whoa, you're for real. He goes, I know, you see well. I'm like, okay, I felt bad even saying it after this because he was so humble. So one of the lectures, he gives lectures. And he said this phrase, and I was here washing my dishes. I remember the moment. It's like when you get hit. He goes, people, when you curse someone, when you reprimand, when you criticize, when you scold or angry, all the negativity, you taking their bad karma, their heavy karma on you. You cleanse them.
Yep.
So you know this.
Yes.
Then we actually have in Russian a custom. When you go take an exam, you say to the person, curse me, like say bad things to me, so like I'm gonna do well. So it does work. So when he said this, I stopped washing my dishes. I'm like, whoa, I never knew this. Obviously never thought about this. So all this shit that I'm telling the people, I better be careful. And then I sat down here, I'm like, I gotta rewind it. And I listened to it again, and then he goes like this. He goes, people in the audience, he addresses people, he says, why'd you get all sad looking all of a sudden? And I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm probably sad looking too, because he said something quite heavy. So when I do this, I mean well. I want my kids to come back. I want my mom to come to be able to reconnect with me, and my dad. You know, and it saddens me that I was never able. He left. It was quite sudden. He got sick fast. His bone marrow. He had a leukemia, so bone marrow gave up, and he had one of those bone marrow suppressions, and it's not even a suppression, it's a failed bone marrow insufficiency or failure, and he got infection, he got immunocompromised because of that. He had low immunity, I think, maybe, I don't know, too many white cells or too little white cells, I don't know the details, but he got a pneumonia and he got sick, he got intubated, he got hypotension, and he died. Stupid. It's pretty stupid. And he was fine. Like a week prior to this, he was doing okay. He's a healthy guy, 75 years old. Pissed me off.
You know, if you read the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, which I don't think you've read, maybe you've read it.
Are you kidding me? I read the whole thing.
How anger is the poison. All the time, resentment. We can't afford to have resentment. It poisons us. I mean, it's all over the big book. It's the number one offender. It says it over and over and over again.
Having said that, at times when you are done wrong, it's not only okay, it's called for to get angry, but not in a destructive way and hold the grudge. No.
Right. Yeah, anger's not a bad thing. It's just it's how it's used. It's the source of it. But it can resentment really is what the big book talks about.
That's the thing. Resentment is when you hold it. When you hold it.
And playing it over and over and over in your mind, and that is poison.
And that's the thing, because that's just what separates us from animals in a bad way. Because animals get angry. Oh, they ferocious.
Right.
They get ferocious. They don't even know what that means, because it's not it's physiologically, psychologically an abnormal thing to do, because we are holding on to something that does not exist anymore. In the moment it happened, get angry, get even, tell people to stop. If they don't, walk away. Call them back if they're close. If they're some distant people, then whatever you want to do, you got to do. And I call everyone back. I said, look, let's make up. And some people hold the grudge. Yeah, most people hold the grudge. But some do not. Like but to finish this, not to finish, but for the completeness sake with my dad, I went to New York a month ago. Grandpa was sad, He went to the funeral. I wore a white shirt.
Okay.
Everyone is in black. I say, you people are crazy. This is celebration. Let's get happy. The guy lived a beautiful life. He's still living. Spiritually, he's with us, with me. I sang him beautiful songs on the piano. I texted him yesterday. And I helped him. I told him I love you. Texted him. And guess what? I helped him text me back. I put the heart back, so he texts me back. So see, he's even texting me back.
Yeah.
So you see, and I was thinking to myself, imagine he texts me back. For real?
Yeah. Imagine.
But I feel him so close, because now that anger, I can't have that anger as much as I used to, even though it's still there. The memory is there. It's a fucking memory. So the memory is what triggers it. But that's okay. But I have so much love for him now because I don't have the anger as much. And I feel, of course, I feel a little guilty, and that's there because I feel guilty because I couldn't get through.
I know. That's kind of sad,
But you know what? So I try to get through to my mom now. Ain't happening.
That's going to be really difficult, I think.
Oh no, she's ferocious. And just today, even though I was saying to her, I'm going to speak to you. I said, this is a Zoom meeting. We cannot do like a 3-way call on this. But I wish we can just to show that I'm speaking to a human. You seem quite human to me. And
I am quite human.
Quite human. And they say you need a professional. Well, you are a professional. You're my therapist. Let me ask you, is it something that you can, do you have a WhatsApp or something like this or no?
No.
I wish we could do this somehow. But what about a regular phone?
Well, I have a regular phone, but I don't know how that would work. I don't know. I mean, I had your mom on the phone before at one point in time. I don't know if she was understanding me. So, maybe we could do it in the future, but I don't know. I don't know if you're going to get through the door. I don't know.
The chance of me getting through is quite low. But
I think so too.
but attempting.
Did you talk to your brother at all?
So the brother, another thing. I almost had a fight because I said the eulogy. And I wanted to say a lot of shit too, but then something happened. I didn't say anything bad. It made me feel so emotional. Somehow I said everything good. But I had a lot of bad shit to say too. Not so much about him, but about the whole situation. And now, so he was in the coffin, all beautiful looking. Oh, fucking pissed me off. Fucking it's a bad thing to do like this. I didn't give consent for this. I didn't agree for this. So he's in the coffin. All right, he looked good. I kiss him. He's cold and clammy. Well, he's cold. It's whatever. So then they close the lid, and then I come out because I wanted to be the last. I want to say the last words. So no one. My brother spoke. My mama spoke, and then it was my turn. I said a nice poem about a father. How he's here. That I have his hat is a poem about a father's hat. So.
Oh, I love it.
And I had a hat. I said, look, and he loved hats. That's why I love hats. So I had a hat. I said, this is my father's hat, and the smell of my father is still on the hat. It's always with me. That's it. Beautiful poem. So then I say, I wanna look at him. I wanna open this stupid coffin. He said, no. They didn't let me. Well, they said, no, I didn't want to fight with them. And then now I regret. I should have fucking opened that shit. I didn't want to create it. I already created a lot of mess in the funeral because I was like the thorn in the whole thing because I was white and I was just saying a lot of shit to people because they all say, oh, you're all sad. And the guy said, the rabbi said this. I said, he gave me a rib. He wanted to cut my shirt because it's a custom, because he gave me a black ribbon. I said, I ain't putting no black shit on me.
No. I think people should have a party when I die. I don't know. That would make me happy.
So then my brother, fucking ass. I love him, but still. So we kind of like, he came and hugged me and it brought us together a bit. And you mean he called me and said, Dad is dying. Hello. So, well, there we go. I've been saying this for 5 years. He's going to death. Just bitches fucking him up. Whatever. So then my brother's kids, my nephews, one of them, Aaron, I didn't think he'd remember me so well because he and I used to curse with each other, talk about shit. And now he's 10 years old. So I saw him when he was 5. He told me about his lady. And then the brother hushed him up. So he knows he can talk shit to me. And then, so he and I connected again. And I told him I have a channel. He says, give me the link. So I sent him a couple of videos, funny videos, me and a policeman arguing. I'm chasing a police officer on the beach. Because I have my camera. I said, why are you running away? Come, I want to talk to you. No, you ran away. It's a funny video. I should send it to you.
I'm sure he loved it.
Oh,
Did you love it?
It's hilarious, yeah. It's like me chasing a police officer. I didn't mean to, but it just happened like that. Because he was harassing me because I was talking to the ladies, and he used to come to the ladies and whisper to them to not talk to me. And I'm like, what is this? Why you do that? And then they would walk away weird because the police officer said, oh, this is a bad guy, don't talk to him, whatever. So bottom line is, he and I reconnected, Aaron. So I'm like, whoa, that's nice. And then the wife, who I was mad at, my brother's wife, she goes, why are you mad at me? I want to talk to you. He forced me to block my phone from you. I don't want to go against this crazy, well, I don't want to go against this guy because he's my husband. I get it. She's actually a nice woman. And she goes, look, what do you want from me? Like, look at him. He doesn't, I respect the fact that she doesn't want to argue with the guy. That's a good thing for a wife to do, but I can't really blame her. Nor can I blame the son. Now, he blocked son's phone again?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay. I'm a bad person. Okay, but that's the thing.
Did they think you're a bad influence? I guess they think.
Yeah, I'm talking crazy shit, talking sex, talking all the nonsense.
You're not.
Not yet, but again, I mean, everything.
They're just threatened by the way you look at the world, and they don't understand it. So people get frightened of what's different, things they don't understand. I guess.
Not only that, it triggers something in them. All the evil stuff that I mentioned, once I see them get all, it starts resonating, and they just block themselves because they cry. Sometimes some women vomit. I'm used to all this craziness. I say something, next thing I know, they're crying. I say, whoa. Oh, like I was playing piano. And this woman was so cold. See, they teach me by the way they react. She was so cold. I'm like, no way she's going to feel music. Most of them don't feel music, nor poetry. I recite a lot of beautiful poetry. I memorize it on purpose because it's so beautiful. And Russia is full of it. We're very romantic. So that's all we got. We got no money, so might as well. So this one woman says to me, she starts crying. I say, whoa, you crying? Why I touch you? She goes, what touched me is the fact that I remember when I was growing up, I wanted to play piano, and my mom and my dad told me no, because I'm no good and I have no talent. They have no money for me, and they just didn't let me. So that always stood inside. I mean, I see you play. That means your parents loved you. I'm thinking that's what hurts them to listen to, because they get jealous because I play. I never thought of it like that, because truthfully, my parents took care of me by force me. They took their time. They didn't let go. They say, this motherfucker gotta learn to play. And I was a kid, No, both of them did it. They went like this to me, and they forced me to get good grades, play instruments, do athletics, and become a physician. That's called upbringing.
And they did take care of you. That's good.
Big time.
Good parenting.
Big time. They were on my butt 24/7, and that's love. Tough love. Especially my mom. And they were different in a way. My mom was more of like dad was like more stickler for like every grade. You gotta get A. My mom said, no, you gotta have a vision. You gotta do something. Look in the future. Like they were doing both different things. She didn't care too much about grades. She just wanted me to look into the future and be a doctor.
So interesting to me that she sort of shaped the way your mind developed, the way you look at the world, but now she can't deal with it. It's very interesting.
Something changed in her too. I think, the age, sometimes people get older and they get scared.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
The only one.
I'm vowing not to let that happen.
No.
My mom did that. She got old and frightened, and yeah.
It's crazy. The only person in my family who's completely fine is my grandpa.
I know.
He don't give a fuck. Now, he's 99 and a half. He told me, I have videos of this. I say, how did you make mom? Was she on purpose or did you knock up the grandma? He goes, and then he told me the condom broke.
Oh. So it was kind of an accident.
So check this out. I'm like, what? Because he goes, what do you mean how he made? I said, look, could have been on purpose. Like 2 of my kids are on purpose, 2 of my kids were accidents. Okay, this half of us I think are, if not more, accidents. I think I was on purpose, as far as I can tell. Now, it's an important thing. We should pay attention. That's a big energy. Not only that, it's important how parents, especially a mother, feels about even if it was an accident, how she takes it. She goes, oh my God, let me get an abortion. Or like my youngest daughter, she wanted to abort her. And I had to be on my knees to convince her to keep her. And I did. Great for her and for me and for the daughter. Number 5, I couldn't do it. Number 5 is gone.
Yeah.
In a trash can.
Yeah.
Small fella. Now, so he tells me, so I said, look, this could be many different ways. Could be by accident, could be that you were actually making love, not meaning to, but kind of saying if it happens, it's okay. Could be all different ways. Or I said, a condom could have broken. And he goes, that's the one. And I'm like, whoa, how come how? He goes, see, you don't know that. I said, well, yeah, because nobody tells me, so I'm asking you. I said, so how did that? He goes, listen, this is how this happened. We lost the condom inside the grandma. We lost the condom. I said, check this out. I said, my mother, she's ferocious. Since the conception, she broke through the condom. She escaped. If she didn't break it, she escaped through it. So she can knock down this wall, even now. That's why I can, she drives me completely nuts because she has such a strong, ferocious energy. Now, I wanted to mention something else to you.
Okay.
So, I've been living with this guy, Gene. I think I've mentioned him to you.
You mentioned his name.
Yeah, so he and I are close. Somehow, these things happen for a reason. He moved in a day after my dad passed away. On the 18th of July. So, today, literally yesterday was 4 weeks. This morning, I know we've been fighting like cats and dogs because he's doing crazy shit. I told you what he did once. He was in this event. I don't know if I mentioned this to you. He was at the event. He was living with me, went to this, like the Burning Man type of thing.
Oh, you did tell me. You did tell me that story.
And he stopped doing the mushrooms and all the psychedelics. He stopped that, though he still likes the idea. Crazy idea. People don't know how to walk. They try to fly or do crazy flips. And you start walking first. The guy is like, he doesn't know he can't call his own parents sometimes. He holds grudges and he does mushrooms and psychedelics. I say, why don't we just do basic stuff first? We have a saying in Russian, naked with a belt. Naked, we have a saying, a naked guy with a Gucci belt.
Okay.
Yeah, but I got a Gucci belt, but you have nothing else, but I got a good belt. See, we need some clothes, we need something basic stuff. And even Carl Jung says, I looked up, Carl Jung says, beware of unearned experiences. They're dangerous. You did not earn it. If you win a lottery, beware. This is...
Well, most people that win the lottery have horrible consequences. Not good, usually.
They've done a research. I read this, I couldn't believe. I'll tell you this and you'll be amazed. They've compared two groups of people. One group that sustained a life-altering, debilitating accident, like serious accident with the loss of function,
Right.
wheelchair or something debilitating. A year after the accident, they did a survey of their level of happiness in their life. And then they compare it to the people who won a lottery. And surprisingly, they were quite similarly happy.
That doesn't really surprise me.
Crazy
It is
shit.
weird, though.
Can you imagine losing a limb, ending up in a wheelchair? They're as happy. I suspect they're probably more happy than the lottery people. What a crazy...
Yeah, winning the lottery really fucks with people's heads.
Because we don't understand.
handle it
This is why. I remember the guy in my residency, in my studies in my medical school. He won several $1 million. A doctor in the hospital. Now, his name was Monoloto. Like a lottery. Guess what he did the next day? Came to work.
Yeah.
And everybody like, why are you doing? Say, hey, that's nothing to do with nothing. I gotta be here. That's what I do.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, so yeah, we gotta figure this out. We gotta give some money, some money. There's actually another joke about a Jewish tailor. They ask him, well, what would you do if you won $100 million? He says, well, I mean, maybe I buy another new house. Yeah, but that's only a couple of million. Maybe a car. Okay, it's another few, 10, 20, 30,000. Maybe I buy a house for my kids. That's another million. I mean, you got 100 million. What are you going to do? Vacation. Okay, a few. He says, what else? He goes, well, if everything I do like this, if I could, also, I would love to do a little tailoring on the side.
I love it. That's wonderful.
A little bit. If I could. But that's crazy stuff. So this guy lived with me for a month. Today we had a bad argument. Huh?
Did he move out today?
See, he was sitting right there for a month. Now he's gone. I got him into, now he received residency in this building. He got a car. He was able to park. I took care of us in a way of like, he didn't have to do much, just be here. He did some Uber on the side, fine. But he was always anxious because he's financially a little bit under. He got a couple of thousand loans. He got some money saved in his stocks, like around 8 to 10,000. He got a few thousand loans. He don't want to use the savings. I say, you crazy guy, just pay the loans. Yeah, but it's the stocks. I see, you're getting all screwed up. He need to pay for the green card fee. Oh, but I need money. I said, but you have money in the stocks. Get it out, $2,000. I never thought about it. I said, well, you have the money. It's your money. What are you keeping it for? So all these conversations, and he has this mentality like the Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Remember the book?
I do.
Famous, beautiful. I started listening yesterday. Such a basic stuff. Think big. Don't think small. Don't worry about money. Make sure money works for you. Don't work for money.
Because money is energy. It's like energy. It has to flow. It has to flow in. It has to flow out. It's just energy.
I don't want to even think about it. The thought about money makes me frustrated. I say, no, I have enough money. I calculated the way I am now. It will last me, and I do a little bit. I told you what happens. I don't want to even record this, but let me tell you. So basically, my friend who I introduced him to offered him a job, $20 an hour, to input some data into the computer in his company. The company, by the way, is this rejuvenating, the testosterone measuring, growth hormone measuring, injecting bullshit. That's the company. The bullshit company. I hate that. People smoke and drink and inject testosterone and growth hormone.
Yeah,
what is this?
Ridiculous.
Then they do the ayahuasca in a mushroom to see the past life regression. Like, people, man, stop this nonsense.
Yeah, it's nonsense. You're right. So did he take the job?
So he has this clinging personality where he feels something, he needs to do it. When I was depressed, I was like that. I gotta do it. I'm like, give it a thought, give it a week. Don't jump on it. We had a mission. He and I had a plan, and we were going at it, talking to people, organizing I call it a tribe, but, sharing with people our experiences, becoming part of their lives, creating they call it a society. I don't like these words, but you see what I mean, like creating a group of people that are moved by a beautiful idea of health, of prosperity, of harmony, avoiding drugs, avoiding alcohol, avoiding smoking, avoiding bad toxic relationships, speaking to our parents, reconnecting to our kids. So we were doing all that for a month, reading interesting literature. exercise and leading a healthy life, eating once a day, doing a cold plunge.
Cold plunge, yeah.
Cold
And
plunge.
I love
That's why I'm like this. So meanwhile, he just couldn't, and now he becomes so spiteful. This is the spiteful. He's talking like, I asked Gene, is this reasonable? No, but still I gotta do it. I say, are you being reasonable? No, but like he becomes unreasonable. I ask him, do you want to be a slave? Yes, I do. Like he's just being spiteful. I say, why you gotta be spiteful like this? You just speak just in spite of me. We call it in Russian, evil speaking. Like you being evil happy. We literally, there's an evil happy. Like you're happy in an evil way. You're evil on purpose.
Yeah.
So you're asking for evil. You're getting evil.
Yep.
Well, that's a funny phrase in Russian. Zlo radny. It's like happy for evil. That's if you translate it literally. So he's been happy for evil. Well, evil he got. And I got also evil. So I tell him, go. Now I call him. He's pissed. Now he's pissed. You got to be pissed. So I wanted to ask you this. You see, I am having an issue too because I get so attached and I can't tolerate something, not even, I mean, it's not like that he was doing drugs or anything. Okay, so he wanted to work a little bit. It's not that huge of a sin. Meanwhile, I'm like so adamant. But I feel that if he does something like this, it's like the event. You know what they did on the event? I think I told you. In February, he went on this, I told him, please don't go. There's a bunch of crazies in there. It's like crazy people. They chant, they dance, ooh, ooh, ooh. He painted his head with some weird colors. And you know all this weird 1970s type of hippie shit. And then 5 o'clock in the morning, they were masturbating with the girl. Each masturbated himself, and the lady's married. I met the lady. I met her husband recently. She is a bit screwed up. She got a thyroiditis, and she conducts ayahuasca ceremonies. Another one. And she doesn't want to be with the husband. Meanwhile, the husband is around somewhere, and poor guy is like semi-crying. They were sitting here eating dinner with us. Now she blocked herself from me, and that's the one that he was masturbating with.
Yes.
What's going on? And these are enlightened people.
So are you going to want him to continue living there, or are you done with him?
I'm a sucker for I forgive, and people are nice. I say, okay, let's try again. But then it's only a matter of time. So now I figure certain ways. I gotta tell, like, I have to tell people to do something, because otherwise they just keep repeating it. So, for example, like if he were to come back, he'd have to promise he ain't gonna work in that stupid job. So he has to sacrifice something for me or for us. See, what I feel hurt, because you want energy for you to grow up. See, like, I don't even feel me. We have a mission. I feel I'm just a tool. I'm a messenger here. I'm passing. We're all passing. But something greater than, you know how they say, there's always something greater you have to look up to. The idea. And my idea is to share this with people. And I've been doing the best I can, trying not to curse too much at people, because inevitably this happens. So our mission is what I'm feeling hurt by, because he's jeopardized. Not only he ruined our mission for now. He.
But maybe it's not his mission, honey. It's your mission. I don't think it doesn't sound like it's really his mission.
But I hope.
I think it's your mission.
I know, but if you meet the guy, he's so. How do you say this word in English? When you are sentient, he's so sentient. He's so sensitive, and he's so cognizant of things that in my life only you are cognizant of. Again, it's unfair because you're a professional psychologist and you're gifted. You're a gifted human being. You feel things. And even though it may sound one way, but you understand who comes from what place. He has this gift.
I see.
And
so it's hard to let go of him and let him go when he's someone like that is so hard to find.
He understands things that are beyond understanding just by feeling things. Like he feels things. He sees dreams that are similar to my dreams. And he's out there somewhere. And he's been through you can imagine, he was in Russia, in Siberia, in police, doing things to people. And I mean, they were evil people, and they were doing evil things to evil people and dehumanizing stuff. Like I don't even want to say what they did. And he got beaten by some dehumanizing humans. The guy has no fear when it comes to a confrontation. He came out in front of 30 people with chains and clubs, and he basically told them go home. And they went home. One person, he says, there were 5 of them against 30 of the other ones. He says, listen, you're 30, you want to beat us up? What is that going to do for you? Just go home. There's no need for you to be. And they left.
And they did. That's pretty powerful.
He says, I said, because I didn't feel anything. I'm like, okay, they're going to beat us up. Because he's been beaten up so many times and he's beaten people. He's ferocious. I'm lucky he ain't doing nothing. Because if he became ferocious, I don't think I have that much. I'm not a person who fights.
No.
But I mean, I get attacked, so I start defending myself. In fact, here, someone attacked me here. He toppled me, and I started ripping at his leg, and I bit a part of his leg. He started ripping at my balls. This was 3 years. I have a video of that. I could send it to you. Horrible. Anyway, do we have more time? Oh, a couple of minutes.
We're out of time, and I have somebody at 4. It's 3:56 already. Wow, that went fast.
With you, it's like a instant.
It's really good to talk to you. Maybe we should do this more often. What do you think? I don't know.
I love to. I was looking forward to this. I have a lot of things to share, and not.
You want to meet again in a couple of weeks? I don't know. What do you think?
How about in?
You tell me.
Today's what? Let's do something in first decade of September in the first part of September. Because we do this.
Like 3 weeks.
It's been a while since we. It's been more than a month for sure.
It has. How about we do September?
You slacking, Jenny, you slacking on me.
I am slacking. I've been trying to take care of Michael, you know.
But sweetheart, I beg you also. Yeah. Do something in the.
September 13th. That's like the middle of the month.
Sounds great. Now let me ask you something. Just mention when you're there. I just want to say hi to him as a favor. Mention that to him because I tell you, I'm therapeutic.
I will. Okay, so September 13th, 3 o'clock.
Let me just make sure. Let me make sure that I. 1 second, because I want to make sure that I have because some of these dates. I have a copy of my schedule for September 13, 12, 13. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm free. I think.
Okay, 13th at 3.
Yes.
You're on, baby.
I love when you call me. I love when you call me
Okay,
that.
I love you too. You take care of yourself. Don't let that guy get ferocious on you.
I mean, sometimes I wish we just duke it out, because I think that's more like it. Because otherwise we're just being like two little girls. Not to say nothing bad about women, but I'm saying like 2 little babies bickering.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well,
sweetie.
Hopefully you'll figure it out. Take care of yourself.
I love you.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Вот человек, а? Это человек. Мой психолог. Сыграем песенку для нее. Чтобы я ей тоже сыграл. Это надо песню про сердце сыграть. научился. Я скоро научусь новый бой. Илья. Мы его играем. Неправильно играть. А тут... Надо тренироваться. Тяжело. Как много девушек. Как много девушек хороших. Как много девушек хороших. Как много ласковых имен. Одно меня тревожит, унося покой и сон. Когда влюблен, любовь нечаянно нагрянет. Когда ее совсем не ждешь. Высоко. Любовь нечаянно нагрянет. Когда ее совсем не ждешь, и каждый вечер сразу станет удивительно хорош. И ты поешь, сердце, тебе не хочется покоя. Сердце, как хорошо на свете жить. Как хорошо, что ты такой. Спасибо, сердце, что ты умеешь так любить. На канале.